Hi, it's Keith Bates here, and today I want to present an analogy of how blockchain addresses actually work. And I'm going to present it from a Bitcoin perspective, but it works equally well for any kind of blockchain where the addressing system uses public key cryptography. So what I want you to do is imagine a high school corridor off in sort of mathematical Never Never Land. So you have this long corridor, and along the walls of the corridor are a lot of school lockers, like the ones you had in high school. And each locker has an address on the front. That's your Bitcoin address. And it has a combination lock, so only someone with the combination to a particular locker can open that locker. Now, there are 2 to the power of 256 divided by 90, but let's not get finicky, of these lockers down this incredibly long corridor. And what happens is, when you want to have a Bitcoin address or a Bitcoin account on the system, you pick a random number between 1 and 2 to the power of 256 approximately, and that's your private key, and that is the combination that will open one of those lockers. So now you have to find which locker it is, and there's a simple algorithm where you put your secret key in and you crank the handle and you get the Bitcoin address, and you walk down the corridor until eventually you find the locker that has that address on the front, and then you dial the combination that is your secret number that you picked, and the locker opens, and now you can take things that are in there out of it. So the second part of this analogy is that each locker has a post slot, like a post box on the front, so you can put things into the locker through that slot regardless of whether you have the combination or not. What you can't do is take things out because the slot's too narrow to get your hand in. And so what somebody can do is you give them your locker address, so that's your Bitcoin address, and they go down there and they can post some coins or banknotes or whatever into your locker. And then you can come along at a later date and you happen to know the combination, so then you can open it and take those out and go and put them in some other locker. So it's kind of almost like a sort of a hot desking locker metaphor here, that there is this fantastically large number of them that could potentially be used, and what you do is by creating your private key, you can then derive the public address, go and find the locker, and it just opens. So that's the basis of the analogy. That's what public key cryptography and blockchain are kind of instantiating in a virtual way, and that, I think, explains a lot of how the system actually works. So I hope that clarified things for some of you out there, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.